Kim.
Thursday Thunder. Here we go.
Yes, we are back.
We're back, and you're back for our second Thursday Thunder. How was your first week at Australian Muscle the Gym?
Oh, actually, I enjoyed it very much. So, I mean, all the members have been very welcoming. I mean, I've loved, so
I'm happy the place didn't burn down or fall down. Everything's going really good.
We're fine. We're fine. No fire started yet. We'll be good.
Yeah, and our new leg press.
Phenomenal.
Is phenomenal.
I
used that yesterday for my actual first time full on, and it's amazing when you use a different piece of equipment, even though it's the same exercise, how then like my quads are getting so sore, but man, it's so good. All your pressure is off your lower back.
Yeah, that's the one problem I had with the other one. It did have a lot of shearing pressure in your lower back.
Yeah,
with this one, it's just there's
nothing. And I noticed you can go as heavy as you like, and you don't really need to hold on to anything or hold yourself in the seat. You're just in there comfortably. So beautiful. And today we're getting a delivery here at the gym, which could be at any minute.
Yep.
We're getting more plates because the leg press is a 20 Olympic plate leg press, so I had to get some new plates. So we've got another 200 kilos of plates coming in, and we have got some 70 kilo dumbbells.
70. Are we getting the 65s as well?
At the moment, we're only just getting the 70s. And then a couple of guys have said to actually skip the 65s and go to 80s. So,
okay,
we'll talk to our members.
We'll see if we can't find anyone who can lift the 80s for that.
Well, that's right.
Actually, no, you weren't here, but Big Paul he went for a 200 kilo bench just the other day, and that was terrifying to watch because I was like spotting him, and I was like, if you fail, mate, I can't help you.
Well, Big Paul went for a 250 kilo squat the other day, which was terrifying to watch.
Yeah, it's well.
But yeah, Paul is obviously going to be throwing those 70s around like nothing. So, but they'll be coming in today. So exciting stuff. What's been happening on the bodybuilding scene? There's not much actually news. Everyone's laying really low, considering the Arnold USA is only, I think, 4 weeks away.
4 weeks away.
I think it's 4 weeks away this weekend. Everyone's really low. The biggest talk has continued to be that Brandon Curry transformation.
That 1 month.
Yeah, and then he put up another photo with a before and an after.
Yeah.
And saying that was 1 month in Kuwait.
But you can see the difference of like how much fuller, but how sharp he is in that 1 month.
So Beta Bidet's Oxygen Gym and their anabolic chicken is doing the trick with Brandon at the moment. So it'll be, I'm worried about Brandon because he can't bring in conditioning, but he's certainly got the size there, and he looks pretty good condition, so hopefully he'll be able to transform that onto the stage. Apart from that, there hasn't been too much. Big Josh, our big Aussie Josh, he's doing a series of seminars around the country. He did a seminar in Queensland on Sunday. The word just came out that he's looking on.
That's
with 4 weeks to go to his Arnold USA show, so I think they said he was big. While he didn't take off any clothes, you could see that he was hard and on target. He has been really quiet. Josh usually puts up some photos, but I think you'll see a couple of weeks out, I think Josh will start putting up a few
usually
pics.
you see him doing like the 300 kilo deadlift like reps.
That's right.
This far out, just saying, I've still kept my strength, but now it's just been very... So you've got to wonder what he's going to do differently.
On the amateur scene, obviously, the only talk at the moment is Andy Bell, who's a Aussie. I think he's working in Kuwait at the moment, or Dubai somewhere. Dubai, I think he is. He's been putting up some pictures. He keeps denying that he's not competing, but he looks in contest condition. And this guy looks like a pro. We just looked at the photo before.
Ari's going to put it up.
Ariel put it up. And really, if he comes in and does the Arnold Australia, I think he will be our next pro. I can't see anyone beating him. He looks like a pro now.
His delts just...
The crazy. He keeps saying that he's not doing it, but I don't know why he's getting harder and harder. So I'm sure he's doing something. We'll just round out with our bodybuilding chat on Stan Efforting. He's an IFBB pro. He's one of the lower tier pros, and that's no disrespect. He hasn't competed for a while, but he was on Shark Tank USA just recently. We just watched the video as well, promoting his cooler bottle, but he had a really unique business presentation, which was really good. So if you get a chance to see it, if you just do a search for Stan Efferding on Shark Tank, you'll find it. It was a cool presentation how he did it, but it's a cool product too.
It is. It's a very innovative product.
He's got a cool. It's called a cooler bottle with a K. Basically, what you do is you put refrigerated water into it. You put your protein shake and other stuff in there, and it keeps everything cold all day.
It's all locked in. It's in a nice little. It looks like a 2 litre little jug.
That's right.
But
so I'm looking forward to someone bringing that in. So if there's any of the distributors here in Australia, check that out, the cooler bottle, and bring that in, because I think it'll be a good seller, especially in the weather we've got now.
Very much so.
That's
very
right.
Much so.
All right, so we've got a viewer question today from
Sky God Splatman.
Okay, interesting.
I think this is more
via our Instagram page.
I think it's more catered towards you more than myself.
It could be that I could answer this one.
Yeah.
So he's basically asked, is there any particular tips on training, diet and supplements for someone over 40 for both cutting and bulking? All right. Let's answer the training thing. I'm in my 50s now, and I'm training harder than I am when I was in my 20s. So I don't think there's any particular tips that I could give on training, except to be a little bit more smarter and maybe think a little bit more on what you're going to do. My goal now is every time I go into the gym is to come out intact, as in not injured. The only difference, what I find from my earlier years to my years now of training, that if I do get injured, now it takes me 2 to 3 times longer to recover from that injury. And that's the last thing I want to do. So just be a little bit smart with your training, and maybe don't push yourself past that point that you're uncomfortable with.
I think on the same topic as training, you do want to constantly go into the gym and try beating your previous.
Well, exactly. I still think beating a PR is important, and I still try to do that. Now, I'll quickly digress on that and just explain a little bit more about the PR. It doesn't have to be a single rep PR, and very rarely do I break single rep PRs. You know, I might, like the other day, I broke a PR on leg press at 440 kilos for 42 reps. So that was a PR. You know, it was a personal best. I haven't done that amount of reps on that way before. So to do that is just as important. I think it's more important than a single rep PR.
42 reps.
I got 42 reps on the new leg press at 440 kilos.
Okay, I get it 43 now. It's more ups and deads.
It was a long, drawn out set, but I did it. So that's what you should be focusing on. You know, I will go for single rep PRs maybe once every 60 days. So even on deadlift now, I don't go do singles once every 6 weeks at the earliest. You know, but the rest of the time, the program that I'm on, the app that I'm on, will show me a targeted range, and it'll tell me if it's a PR at that rep range or whatever. So I think that's important. All right, moving along to diet and supplementation. Well, I don't think there's anything different from a 40-year-old to a 20-year-old. If you're cutting, I think CLA is a really important supplement for the older trainer, because it tends to target that stubborn fat around the stomach area and things like that. I also maybe hormonal supplements like anti-estrogens and things like that. So I use the Alpha Mars stacked with the Prime. So if you can maintain your hormonal level of that of a 20-year-old, you're going to feel like you did when you were 20, and you're going to get stronger and build more muscle. That's it. Apart from that, you know, your protein powders, your pre-workouts, everything else is the same as anybody else of your choice of protein powders and pre-workouts.
On the pre-workout front though, obviously you want to try staying away from something that's too much high stimulant for a long period of time. You don't want your body gets to that level where, okay, I need this, or this isn't strong enough, I need to up my dosage.
That's
eventually just going to become counterproductive.
Exactly right.
You want to go through, I've found if you go through like a cycle in a way, like I'll use it for a couple of days and have a couple of days off, just so you don't need that constant buzz.
That's right.
So
Yeah, so basically that's about it. I would do those sorts of things. Train smarter, and you know, if you're cutting, CLA I think is really important. Always, my favourite is always just carnitine. Instead of carnitine, the CLA when I'm doing a cut. I think they're the basic supplements. What else you want to use on top of that? It's up to you, I think. But be smart with your training. As you get older, you will be more susceptible to injuries, I think. So just be smart with that training. Try to, like I said, limit your reps, nothing below, I think 6, which is what I try not to do. And after that, the sky's the limit.
Let's go for it.
But try to reach PRs on those rep ranges as well. All right, that's it. That's all we got here for news and stuff, and review questions. We'll just talk about quickly new products. We mentioned some of these last week. By the time this video goes to air, Redcon Big Noise will be in store at all stores, and Double Tap, the fat burner, will be. Just give us a quick rundown on the two for us.
Okay, so we spoke about last week, the Big Noise is you've got Total War by Redcon1, which is their high stimulant pre-workout.
Still at the moment our best-selling pre-workout that we've had.
I get like 2-3 people that come in and left getting more on the shelf.
That's right.
Big Noise is their non-stimulant version, where it's more catered towards your nitric oxide production, as well as keep your blood pumping, keeps you in that good mental state, mental high. Double Tap, on the other hand, as I say, I think is going to sell very, very well, especially in this weather. People are going to say it is beach season now. Their Double Tap is probably on par, if not even maybe it's probably a strong word, but it's stronger than Total War. Just from looking at the ingredient profile. It has your proper fat burners with acetyl-L-carnitine, choline for neurotransmission, as well as something called octopamine, which has been added, which is it's very similar to norepinephrine. So it is a low-key drug in a way. It's the best way to put it. But I do think it's going to go very well, and I plan on using it.
It's got your dandelion, so it's got your diuretics in there as well to help shed water. Like you said, nootropics, energy, fat burning, everything. That will be in store as we speak. Today on Thursday, it'll be in either this afternoon or tomorrow at the stores and online. Also coming in, that will be arriving on tomorrow in the stores, is the new NO Explode XE, which is pretty well the next step up from your normal NO Explode, which is just a moderate caffeine, moderate stimulant product, and moving now into the high stim.
I think they doubled their caffeine intake.
That's right. So it's pretty well double the caffeine, double the beta-alanine, double everything.
Double everything.
That'll be in store as well. We'll do a proper full in-depth review on all of these 3 products in coming days. In separate videos. And just as a coming soon, we are looking into getting OCD Nutrition Blaze. So I think that's going to be our next product. We will hopefully in our next week on Super Saturday.
Super Saturday.
Thursday Thunder, we'll be able to talk about that. I think that's about it. I think we've pretty well covered everything that we had on our list. Don't forget, guys, always just like and share the videos. Don't forget to subscribe. If you've got any questions, just comment below, or then comment on our Instagram post or Facebook post. We'll try and answer these questions for you on our next video. That's it.
Thanks a lot, guys.
No worries. We'll see you next week.